Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother.
That's grabbed inside the 30. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they've planned for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. That pass is complete to Kelsey. This is ahead for about 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Kelsey makes the catch. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Hits his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. Pickup of 2 here. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Butker on now to kick this one away. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he could only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Offense up to the line fast. Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, here's Burrow. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out. They're going to lose some yardage.
1-1, ready?
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
11 MT.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 7-yard loss brings up the third down.
Third and long for him here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
Whew, I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw... second earlier, that could have been 6.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Play action now, Burrow. And they get to him on fourth down. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That finds Hunt, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Mahomes on 1st and 10. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs break the tie here in the first. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Butker on now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, Yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. On third down, here's Burrow. Has a man, it's Brown. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. To throw again, it's Burrow. He lets one fly deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals tie things up at 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Caught by his back. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw Mahomes. That's brought in by Hunt. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
The second down run by Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. Offense to the line for... Now it's Mahomes. Cut by Hunt. They're working a couple of yards past the line. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Third down, it's Mahomes. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Love that call, Brock, going for the slant route, trying to move the chains, but the defense read it all the way. They had somebody right there ready to knock that ball out.
You know, if there's one thing consistent with you, Kate, you do love that route.
I love that route, man.
You love the slant. I know. It's from your childhood of watching Jerry and Joe and the Niners do it so well. But this defense, they knew what was coming, and he was able to separate that slant from the ball before they could ever get going.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. That's cut beyond the marker. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Bengals 14.
Butker on now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. The Bengals and T. Higgins back in possession here. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
From the gun, a gift to Brown. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized.
He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. Back to throw, Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 2nd and 3 now. It's Pacheco again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Up and good from Blankenship. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
MT, take, stop. 11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
First down, Burrow to throw. Higgins makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good. Cincinnati Bengals.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
On first down, here's Burrow. Gets everything he has under this throw. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. Full extension, and he brings it in. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal.
11, mighty. 11, MT, 11, MT. Stop.
From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take the lead just before halftime. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Back to throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing third and long. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Putting a receiver in motion. A final throw before the break. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
With the score.
Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field to play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slow. Trying to locate it. Oh, no! He lost it! And normally that equals... First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it. That back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That finds Hunt, complete. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On first down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Avoids the sack. And they're all over him. He goes down. The flag goes down as well, though. Let's wait and see which side this is on. So march it forward after they accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 2nd and 3 now. From the 28. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Working quickly here. They'll throw on 3rd and long. He's got Brown on the slant. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Looking to throw. Chased out to his right. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Justin Reed with the tackle. Offense up to the line fast. Burrow out of the shotgun. Has a man, it's Brown. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock, and hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 39-yard line.
11 MT, 12.
Trying again, following the sack. Diving right side, got it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow escapes the pocket. He's got it near the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Point after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. Here's McPherson. McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They'll go. It's Mahomes. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Looking to throw, Burrow. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals push their lead to 18. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give now from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
From the 34. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing is Mahomes. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals will be set up great after a terrific return. Third down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that.
And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2. He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. All right, I know the old adage, there is no lead that is safe in the NFL, but Brock, this lead actually feels pretty safe to me. Not sure they needed to go for 2 at this point.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know what this feels like one thing to me. Stat padding. And it's just going to come back to you at some point. Maybe not in this game, but down the road. You start padding your stats to show off, oh, look how many points we scored. Look how great a job we did. Start patting yourself on the back. Yeah, you're usually going to get hit and knocked on your backside at some point.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hopkins on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one complete to Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he gets this down to the 22 before being stopped. They just get the play off. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs making the scoreboard look a touch better. The Chiefs offense staying on the field. They're going to try for 2. Mahomes throwing for 2. He's got it. Looks like both feet were in, and that's going to get them 2 points.
Chiefs 32.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Play action now, Burrow. That's Gesicki, he's got it! And he's gonna bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. Working quickly here. Brown on the inside give. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. They'll run again with Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Burrow setting up the play action. Got a man, it's Gesicki! And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Working quickly here. Now it's Brown. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Hits him on the out route. Running in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Flush down out to his left. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Burrow out of the shotgun. Vacates quickly left side. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Throwing from near his own goal line. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Looks like a gain of around 7. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Chiefs trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 2nd and 3 now. Back to the well again. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. They've got first down from the 31. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hilton. There he goes, right sideline. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals continue piling onto this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Chooses to bring this one out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
A second down throw for Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To the air, Mahomes. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And that brings up 4th and long. Back to the air, Mahomes. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. The throw is caught, and he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. I'm just going to go out on a limb, partner, and say that this defense probably pretty tired of having to deal with this guy by this point.
Tired or exhausted?
Both?
Yes. Yeah, they don't have an answer. And when you've got an elite guy like this, no matter what you throw at him and he delivers, man, it puts you to sleep.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Getting out to his left. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get one more snap. Brown. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And boy, even at home, hardly anyone gave them a chance coming into this one, Brock, but it's hard to ever really count a team out playing in their own building, no matter what the odds are.
Yeah, I think for 2 reasons here, Kane. Number one, you know